Morning Show.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. You hear what I say after the song done play? Sugar City Morning Show. A pleasant Monday morning going out to everyone out there in TV land, tuning in to North Television Channel 10. Once again, we are coming to you live from Orange Walk, right here on the Ignacio Vega Boulevard, right front of the boulevard, right after the boulevard on San Lorenzo, housing site area in front of Orange Walk IT Vet, adjacent to Mr. Maurice Kokom. You know, he's a big farmer. I believe he will do good in this year's National Agriculture and Trade Show. He's preparing himself, so that's why he's not around too much, you know. And we're also adjacent to the Bishop Martin High School. We say good morning to one and all out there. San Pedro, good morning. Big relief for San Pedro, right? With that boat that vessel that was turned back. We're going to touch and leave it on those this morning. Good morning, Orange Walk. Good morning, Corozal. Morning, Belize City, Kikaka. Good morning, Shari and crew there. Hoping all is well, coming on with the plans for this big lobster festival coming up. We say good morning to you all. Good morning to our friends there in Cooking Tree. They got the big Tilapia Fest coming up this weekend. So we say good morning to you all. Everybody who are promoting all these big festivals, we say hello to you all. Good morning. And also we say to Belize City, good morning, our friends here in Belize City, capital city, Belmopan, San Ignacio, Santa Elena. Good morning to you all. Benquevejo, San Jose Socots, Dandriga, the culture capital. Good morning to all culture folks there. Brother David, hello everybody. How you feeling today? Good morning to all of you in that area, Mango Creek, Placencia, PG. Good morning to you all. Make sure you stay safe, folks. Make sure you stay safe. We hear about the Halakte, the caravan coming in from Halakte, but we will be discussing some more of that right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. We have press release from the NEBL as well that we'll be sharing with you. Lots of information that we need to abreast ourselves with right here this morning. You know, this weekend was a panicky weekend for many folks, but nevertheless, folks, as we are here, we must give thanks and praise for this brand new beautiful morning, this brand new beautiful Monday morning. And today is the 16th day of March 2020. We go straight into our prayer this morning with our too blessed to be stressed this morning. Good morning, Delve.
Good morning, Mr. Cheke. Morning to everyone listening.
Yes, girl, we're here this morning once again. A lovely, beautiful morning, lovely, beautiful day today. Back to work.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so let's
start another day alive.
Right. So in saying that, let's bless the nation this morning then, Delvi.
All right. Most Heavenly Father, Lord, good morning to you. Thank you, Lord, for this another day. Thank you for blessing each of us with the breath and the gift of life. Thank you for covering and protecting us safely throughout the night, oh God. It is indeed a blessing. Lord, and I pray, oh God, that as we go about this day, Lord, that you relieve us, Lord, from the anxiety and the stress, Lord, of overthinking and over-worrying, Lord, about the viruses and the diseases that may be going around, Lord. And indeed, I pray that you bless us with a contrite heart, a new heart, Lord, and a new mind, that we may be able to look to you, Lord, to look up to you, and to look less at the things around us. Lord, because you promise in your word that you will never leave us nor forsake us, and now more than ever, Lord, we are in need of your glory, we are in need of you to show up, Lord, as I pray for the entire nation of Belize, the entire world, Lord, as we are experiencing something new, something different, but it's not new to you. So I just pray that you continue to look over us, please cover us with your hedge of protection, and may you continue to have your way and have your will in and through us. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen and amen and amen. And thanks so much for that special prayer uplifting this morning, Delvi.
Yes, Mr. Chaffee.
What's the atmosphere in San Pedro?
Well, it's still calm. yesterday I heard about there was a man, I'm not sure who the man is. They took him, I think they had to quarantine him or something because apparently he had signs of the virus.
Okay.
So I'm not sure where they put him now. Maybe you can find, or maybe I've heard other information.
Yeah. Well, right now, right now we know that the Ministry of Health will be the body that will be announcing those persons who have been diagnosed with the virus, no? So because these persons that are suspected and they have the symptoms, the only place that are treating these persons is the Ministry of Health departments. In other private clinics, they are not treating them. So whenever they go to any of these clinics, these private clinics, they will refer them to the Ministry of Health institutions. So from there, then those official report should be coming over to us, you see?
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but you know, we could hear a thing and then sometimes we don't have to close our ears to everything, because you hear about the vessel that was en route to San Pedro that came from Chetumal. It had to be turned back.
Okay.
You know, which I believe that you not discriminate against people, but I believe for precaution, I believe that the Immigration Department, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of National Security, because I understand they were escorted by the Coast Guard as well, and they was sent back, you know, which is, it's sad to know that happened, but we have to deal with the situation.
Right.
You know?
I agree, Mr. Checky. I definitely agree. Last night, you know, some of my staff members and I, we were having because we were in a chat group, we were having a discussion about that. And some of the teachers, I know it's a bit scary, I won't lie to you, you know? But then, you know, I just kept encouraging them that while we cannot, or they have not closed the borders as yet, I mean, like as individual, panicking and stressing out is not going to help us remedy what we are facing.
Yeah, you see,
so,
yeah, and I hope that they will quarantine the crew that was on that vessel as well, because if anybody on that vessel had the virus, then you know how it could spread. Maybe nobody never have it, but you know, we have to go through the precautious measures, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because if one of the crew catch it, then it will start spreading, you know. So it's sad to know that you have to quarantine somebody for 14 days, but once they do their test and they are negative, then that's what we need to do, right?
Yeah, to minimize the spread of it.
Yeah, because if I catch the symptoms and I go to one of the healthcare partners and I have to be quarantined, then I won't be mad at it. I will voluntarily go ahead and do it, because it's not only for my health, but it's for the health for other persons that are around you, and it multiplies because it go on and on and on, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I spread really quickly, so you know that's I have to keep praying, Mr. Chicken.
yeah, and in the south there was I don't know if the bus or a truck was coming from Halakte area. That's between PG and the Guatemalan border in the south, and I understand that they were turned back, no? They were heading to PG and they were turned back, but we need to understand, and people need to understand that this is what we need to do, because we have to take care of ourselves and others around us, right?
Right.
Yeah. But you see,
Definitely.
the thing is, like, the President of the United States has banned all traveling airlines coming in from Europe. And Belize, I was made to understand that Belize are screening persons that has travel records that went to some of these places. But I still believe that we should start screening the persons coming from the U.S. as well, because the virus is in the U.S. as well, you know, and other countries. So I believe, not to discriminate against anybody, but it's a reality, you know. And coming from Mexico and Guatemala as well, we need to do that, you know?
You have to screen them. And that's where the challenge then, Mr. Cheke, because I think the virus has like a grace period where it does not show like you have any, like you don't have the virus.
That's true.
Am I right?
Yes, they say, I think
And
it's
then
around 12 to 14 days.
Right. So during that time, if a person has it and then they are coming into the country,
it wouldn't show.
During that time, the virus could have been spread already, and you don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
You say so.
Yeah, and there's only one person that can heal all this from the world, Delvi, and we all know who that person is, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
It comes from blessing and love from up above, right?
From him alone, Mr. Cheke.
Yeah.
And that's what I keep encouraging everybody, because they could close the border, they could do this, they could do that. Whether for Harry or catch Harry.
Yeah.
But when we put the trust our faith in a God, He do miraculous things where Belize never catch coronavirus. That's because God the cover way.
Yeah. And it's good that no case has been confirmed in Belize as yet, And we know that over the weekend, the NEBL from the Basketball Association, they canceled the games because of the mass gatherings, no? So we need to take precaution. I got only jobs that I supposed to go play for. And if they have to postpone these events or cancel them, then I won't be mad. We just have to face the reality.
Right. It is what it is right now, yes.
Yeah. And I don't know, I understand that the ministry will have a press conference either today or tomorrow, and they will decide if schools and so will need to be postponed. The Prime Minister spoke last week, and he was saying about some Google online doing work from home, no? But everybody don't have that facilities, and I'm not sure how equipped the institutions are to make sure that that can happen. You understand?
Right. Definitely. And my school inclusive, because we are not we are not fully equipped for that.
Yep. So to prepare for the future, now the Ministry of Education needs to start getting these technologies into all schools. I remember, I'm not sure if it was the Prime Minister or the Minister of Education spoke that they were getting these laptops, Google, so that you can do some of your work online. But let's see how that will play out. But Delvi, have yourself a wonderful day. It has been great talking to you, and if the good Lord so will, we should hear from you tomorrow again.
Definitely. You have a blessed day today as well, Mr. Cheke.
Right, and
all right.
Keep calm and stay safe, all right?
Keep calm and stay safe.
Right.
All the same thing.
Right. That's right, folks. We say thank you to our sister all the way from San Pedro, La Isla Bonita, right here this morning. And we got this one from the manager of the Orange Walk Running Rebels. And this was a release sent out yesterday from the NEBL. It said the team owners of the National Elite Basketball League, NEBL, met yesterday to chat the way forward for the 2020 season. Given the threat of the COVID-19, it was decided that the season will be suspended until Saturday, April 18, when the team owners will reconvene to review the situation in order to make a decision regarding the remainder of the season based on medical advice from the Ministry of Health and on the safety conditions in Belize at this time. All right, so thank you very much, Mr. Raul Rosado, for sending this information to us. It's so good that we can share this information, because we have people where they ask, and also from the Bureau of Standards, things has happened, but we're deal with that after we go up on a break, after we come back from a break. But let's check in with the Belize Met Service now to see what's the weather situation today, what the weather is going to look like today. And we go with the general weather forecast right here on Nortevision, Channel 10 this morning, and this is for Monday, the 16th day of March 2020. The general situation, mainly fair weather conditions prevail over the area. The 24-hour forecast, sunny with a few cloudless spells today and partly cloudy tonight. Showers will be isolated. The winds are blowing east to northeast at 5 to 15 knots. The sea state choppy to moderate. Folks, it's going to be hot today because in the coast it's 86 Celsius. Inland it's 92, and in the hills it's 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So inland today, where we're at right here in Orange Walk, is going to be 92 degrees Fahrenheit. Remember, a lot of water and those hand sanitizers, we have to continue using them. And for tonight, in the coast it's 78 Celsius, and inland it's going to be 68. So we're way down from 92 to 68, and in the hills it's going to be 65. The outlook for Tuesday and Tuesday night is for similar weather conditions to continue. Let's take a look at the astronomical conditions for this today. Low tide, a low tide will occur at 8:53 this morning, followed by a high at 3:12 this afternoon, another low tide at 11:16 p.m., followed by a next high tide at 5:54 tomorrow morning. And the sun was up bright and early today at 5:58 and will set at 6:03 today, a little over 12 hours. And the moon will set today at 11:45 this morning and rise tomorrow at 1:18 a.m. A big thank you to forecaster Ronald Gordon at the Belize Met Service for today's weather forecast. Folks, the time is exactly 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. Once again, we have an appeal going out for our brother, Mr. Emmanuel Martinez. He is in need of some donations, some blood donors to donate some blood. He needs some blood, so we're asking you to help out the brother. At this time, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So if you really cannot reach him, then you can check his sister at Home and Garden Delights right here in Orange Walk. Robert, check your usher right here on the Sugar City Morning Show. We take a short break and we will be back right here on Nortevision Channel 10.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multi-purpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
Girl, that about time you reach my house.
Girl, you know how things go. I busy with everything. But how you?
Since my son got married the girl far down the road, I left here with this whole addition to this house. And I don't know where I'm going to do with it. But I think I want to rent it out for tourists stay.
Girl, that what you to do? You to sit down park gold mine. If you want to use it for Airbnb, first thing you have to do, the register with BTB. So call me 227-2420 and ask them how to register. After that, everybody had to call you for rent your place. But that what you to do?
Girl, then you tell me if I call BTB?
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. for Belizeans. More for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. Nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 27 minutes after 7 o'clock. It's the 16th day of March 2020. It gives me great pleasure once again this morning to welcome with us right here on the Sugar City Morning Show, RC1.
Good morning.
Good morning, RC.
Good morning, Robert Chakiosha. Good morning, our viewers and listeners. Thank God for another window of life as He gave us breath this morning. So good morning to all of you. Pray you have a great day.
How do we say that in Espanol?
Muy buenos días a todos. Le damos gracias a Dios por abrir una nueva ventana de vida para nosotros el día de hoy. Estamos muy agradecidos y muy buenos días a todos.
Yeah, RC, apart from everything that everyone is concentrating on, not only in Belize but over the world, we'd like to remind one and all that the next week, Friday, the 26th of March, at 5 o'clock will be the deadline for persons to submit their name who want to run or be a part of the United Democratic Party to apply for leadership.
Well, on that note, yes, the 26th of March is the deadline,
right,
to be able to apply. And who can apply? Those who are members of the National Assembly on the UDP side.
Right, right.
So that's it. And if there is only one, then there will be an endorsement convention. If there is more than one applicant, then it's going to be another convention. Yes.
Yeah.
But I think if there were to be a convention, it was going to be just with the delegates, I suppose.
Okay.
Well, the delegates are the one who actually do the voting. Right. All right. So with the warning of the coronavirus, COVID-19, we are aware that you can't be having huge congregations. You know, you add to the risk. You add to the risk and safety of individuals coming together in bulk and such. So, prudence tells us for our own health that we need to have precaution and safety, because we just don't want to jump because you want a crowd. You know, people get sick, and if one has it and it's shared publicly into a lot, you know, WHO has been warning that the World Health Organization, la Organización Mundial de la Salud, ha estado mencionando de que se debe de evitar congregación de gente grande, de mucha gente, y nos hemos dado cuenta de que hasta su santidad el Papa ha pedido a sus pastores de que cuando hagan misa, misa va a ser pues con muy poquito, o solo se va a hacer la misa y el procedimiento durante la misa es diferente. When I say peace with you, usually shake hand, ya no hace eso. Cuando hay hostia, your hand and things and such. Y debemos estar separados por lo menos 3 pies, por lo menos 3 pies. Hay veces hasta 5 pies, unos dicen, ¿no? Pero 3 pies aparte, porque cuando hablamos, a veces escupimos la contaminación y hay que tomar esa precaución. So, in terms of the big convention, we're going to, as a party, they're going to avoid having that for safety of the individuals.
Yeah, talking about safety, RC, you know, like last night they had a debate with the 2 Democratic candidates in the U.S. and they did it without audience.
Well, yes, you see, we can be excited about wanting to be there. We want to be excited about having our voices heard, but sometimes, you know, there are different ways to have your voices heard, and that is a declaration to ensure safety, because, you know, one can contaminate a whole room. You know, I contaminate you a next one, and then you come out, and then many people are contaminated, and safety is the key in all this issue of the COVID-19 coronavirus situation. Yeah. So, and around the world, countries are taking precaution for those who, the elderly, those are the ones at the highest risk. So we need to take care of the elderly, and in some countries they're taking some rather draconian measures, drastic measures, if everything we read in the media is true. So we need to keep within our homes where we live with our families sanitized, soap and water, maybe a little Clorox, you understand, and then you wash your knobs. For example, these microphones, I asked last week for the management, and that means you and others, to get license. No, it's no joke, to laugh and spray, because one cannot come on a show and because I may have been with others, you know, and I can contaminate this, whoever your guest is. You're a musician, you play with your band, you go all over. Maybe not you, but when you talk, it could be there. The phone, I mean, we touch it with your fingers. You know, this morning, I sanitized my phone because I don't know where I've been, what I hold. You understand? So we need to sanitize. Like, for example, here, we need to spray with Lysol and clean everything. Whatever is not needed here, we remove. The handles, the handles on your hole, take a little soap and water and wash it off and dry it off and clean it. These are the things we need to do.
Preventative measures.
Right, you know, I mean, you can't wait till you're really affected to think of what you're going to do. The prevention is much, we have to protect our lives because this thing is deadly. And what we need to do is safeguard ourselves first, all right? And then we deal with others, because if I don't wash my hand, what's the use of me telling you to wash your hand?
Yeah.
You understand? True. And they say it takes 20 seconds, you wash your hands in a circle, you clean between your fingers, you know. Well, I wash up to my elbows, you know, I make sure, because when you are at 60 and over, you're more at risk. So we need to take much more precaution than the things that we can do. Then these are things that we can do. So let us do the things that we can do. teach children to wash your hand, water, sanitation, hygiene. You know, the Health Education Bureau, HECOBAL, has been promoting how to wash your hand, how to clean your hands. But it's much more like that. I spoke over the weekend to a bus owner, and I said, how you going to sanitize your bus? Because, you know, passengers come in and out, they grab the pipe, they sit down, and I don't know who sit down next to each other. He said, well, I just put one bucket of water with some Clorox and soap, wash it, and then wash down everything and rinse it off. So this particular bus owner is sanitizing his buses to ensure, because wherever people gather, you know, it's easier, and not everybody has a mask, you know. So, and there are things we need to look at, you know, people rushing to buy this and that. Look at the basics that you need and share. Yeah. We don't want to do like what the picture in the virus where people, they fight for toilet paper.
Yeah. Also, RC, when the guys were here from the Running Rebels last week, you asked that question, if they will be playing with Ardents or without. Well, you know, the entire NEBL games were postponed for last week. Well, they had been cancelled out, no? And we received a release from the NEBL that they had a meeting yesterday and they have decided to postpone the entire season for a proposed date on the 18th of April. Depends on the conditions. But when we talk about mass gathering, we know that the Ministry of Health and are the official body that will be releasing if there's any case confirmed. But then we have mass gathering when it comes to the schools, you know. But I believe...
Well, I think that is why, if you notice, the Prime Minister he said that there are two groups. One that will sit down and look at the policies, and we must note that includes the government side and the opposition. The leader of the opposition co-chairs this. And then you have the technical group where the Prime Minister indicated that you have people like the trade unions and such and Chamber of Commerce to come and be part of it, so that when you sit on the table and we look at issues that are coming up, like for example, you have health workers in clinics and hospitals that are, well, you know, they don't get me this, they don't get me that. That is why you're discussing what it is needed to do that. You know, everything has not been gotten as yet. All right, so we are still, from what I understand, the government with the task force is in the process of looking at all aspects of safety. Those who will be administering, you know, from the clean lady, you need some gloves and things and such. And so there's a discussion of a view what it is that you need to get, you understand, for the healthcare providers. So, but people get excited, oh, they have, I not get, they're not. And at this time, the best thing to do is keep your calm. Keep your calm. Yeah. All right, and I'm pretty sure that the task force now will be looking at these issues to deal with it. Right. In terms of the classes. Right now, remember, we don't have any cases, and there has been no positive ID as yet. So, one of the few countries that so far we have been blessed, and we continue to pray that we continue to be blessed in the safety. But
that's why people should follow the precaution measures that you are mentioning, right?
Right. So that I can tell you a lot of things, what I think and whatnot, but this is a serious thing. Pandemic means it has globalized globally around the world, and things are not the way they used to be. They're not the way they used to be. We have to put our frame of mind now that we have to do the best individually, collectively, and then as a nation, what needs to be done. So it's not only a government thing, it's an individual thing.
Yes.
So let us not confuse that. So, I mean, government can't tell you wash your hand right now. Go do this. No. There are things we need to do. And I'm saying this because when you look at social media, you see all kind of people concerns. But that is why the Ministry of Health and the task force put numbers in each district. Any question, they have toll-free number 0800, you know, so that we can ask our questions and get the right questions. Because if you and I put only WhatsApp thing, we start or Facebook, you got your comments, I got my comments, you got comments. That's not the official thing. That is our help. Like you said, that is our opinion.
Yeah.
You know, and of course, when you're looking at a mass thing, you need to look globally, and the government has indicated that with the support of Pan-American Health Organization, PAHO, and the WHO, and neighboring countries and such, that whatever is necessary will be gotten, as much as possible.
Our vessel embarked from Chetumal over the weekend, heading to destination of San Pedro RC. It arrived on the banks of San Pedro around 5 p.m. and the Immigration Department, the health department, and also the Coast Guard, they didn't give them permission to land in Belize because of the protection of our country. We must applaud them and congratulate them. We don't want to chase back nobody and turn back anybody, but we have to look at our safety as well, no?
Well, there are countries closing borders and such because they have identified within themselves cases, positive cases. We have not come to that point. However, I believe that everyone at this time knows that it has been declared that people from Europe and such, you just don't accept them in the country because that's where they have the contamination of the virus. Now, we need to become much more aware individually. And I don't have to ask Checky permission whether I have to clean things around my place. I don't have to ask Checky whether, I could bring in my friend from over here. We should know that these people, as much as we love them, we have to keep them where they are so that we do not get contaminated, because one contamination can spread and it can go. I mean, if the Pope tells you at the Vatican that, nobody is there, and we know that we are love and pray to God, then we have to be careful of ourselves and our community. So we just have to ask people for understanding and calm and peace. We're not going to war. We're not engaging in opinion and political opinions, what you think of this and that. No, this is a health issue. A health issue has no borders. The direction of having the pandemic tells you that anybody, whoever, it can affect. So we need to be much more cautious, careful, and of course continue washing your hands, keeping your surroundings clean, and the such. And those are things that we can do. And those are things we should do.
I remember money spread from hands to hands, so we should always have a hand sanitizer. But I need to congratulate the mayor of Punta Gorda, Ashton Mackenzie.
Led the way.
Yeah, he did a very bold release, RC, telling those merchants there, if you are overpricing the items that you're selling. I am not from the Standards of Bureau, but we are the ones in PG that deals with the trade license. And if I'm having scouts out there, go into the shops, and if you're overselling and chancing the people, then you might be in the position that your license can be revoked.
Your trade license.
Your trade license.
Yeah. But you see, you see, those are things that you can do.
Yeah.
So things that you can do. For example, people over the weekend, I was told now, gone to Sam's and buy a lot of bulk things and come and bring it and sell. Yeah. And somebody went and sell it. They will say, well, we don't have much. The price is up, because say we may have to pay duty and all of this thing on it. And this is, and one of them was honest with me. So I just asked conscience, one sanitizer but like this, you know how much it was? $25.
25. They were selling it for?
Yeah, but it showed me one invoice we paid $23 for it.
Yeah.
You understand? So he's making only $2 profit. However, that is where who sold it to him. But who sold it to him supposedly imported it from Chetumal.
Yeah.
And so what the ministry, the government has done, issued an amended, introduced a statutory instrument which put into effect that this is illegal. All right? And people caught with it will be dealt with. That it's against the law to raise prices on these things, if you know. And if you notice, even on your WhatsApp, on Facebook, you have people who will show you a picture of an item and another similar one, and the prices are completely different. So it's a time to be, I mean, the person selling these products could also become a victim, you know, could be a patient. So you have to be careful who and what you deal with and have a conscience with the people.
Yeah, well, RC, we need to take a break. It's 60 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We'll be taking a short break and we'll be back with more discussions right here on North Television Channel 10.
Benefits when goods and mobile services get to their destination quickly. When citizens are able to travel without frustration and undue hurdles, everyone benefits as well. The government of Belize is happy to announce the imminent upgrades to the Corozal-Sartaneja Road. 27 miles of road will be upgraded to paved standards and will include the replacement of 2 ferries with new bridges.
Why is it that we're going to invest in Sartaneja? Why is it that we have to take $50 million to invest in an area where we do not have a political directorate? We believe that as a government, we have to provide a service to all Belizeans.
Well, this for the village of Chunosh is a big advantage both ways. Sometimes when we got sickness, we got people sick at the clinic there, women. When we reach at the ferry, can't pass 45 minutes have to wait. So now this road will benefit whole village, Chunosh, Sartaneja, and Copperbank, and part of Progreso too. Well, it's really important for us.
I know that our village is not so much developed with tourism because it's a remote village. And for that reason, we don't have a lot of tourism over there. But now with this upgrading of the road and the pavement of the road, I think that, I believe and I think that it will be much beneficial for us and for everybody.
More for Belizeans, more for Belize. The government of Belize. Moving Belize forward. The San Ignacio-Santa Elena Bypass project is now complete. The transformation began in 2012, and now residents of the Twin Towns and visitors alike are enjoying the end result. Works include the full pavement of Lamalus Boulevard, along with 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage, LED lighting, and a roundabout at the entrance of Santa Elena. The Twin Towns now boast the longest and widest bridge in Belize, immune to flooding from the occasional rise in water levels of the McCall River. A bypass road was also built linking the new bridge to Joseph Andrews Drive, which was rehabilitated, as well as 1 mile of pavement, a median, and 2 miles of sidewalks and drainage. This was all done to the tune of $34.8 million. But that's not all. The project was extended due to savings from the successful execution and implementation of the initial scope of works. Now over 2 miles of additional roadworks will commence, including George Price Avenue, Liberty Avenue, and the George Price Highway between Three Flags and Hawksworth Bridge. The government of Belize, moving Belize forward.
This soup not got no taste. I can't even feed it to my dog. It needs no salt. I don't have no salt. I don't have no money. I wonder when this man I get paid. John! I hope you know that down the street they played no bad picnic.
Mom, you know what? I just came from Miss Mary's house and she said she was renting her extra room on Air something.
It's Airbnb, John. Didn't you listen to the BTB? Did you know it ad last week on television?
Okay, Mom, Airbnb. But still, we have an extra room and we could rent for extra cash for my new school books.
That's a good idea, John. We'd have to first register it with the BTB. But I don't have time for that right now. I need salt.
But babe, you know something? John is right, you know, we need money, but we need to get it the correct way, so we need to register the room. I wish I know about this before. Let's go, son. Let's go register the room one time at BTB.
But I need some salt. John! 2 of a kind.
Did you know that if you own or operate a tourist accommodation, such as a room in your home for cash purposes to any guest, local or foreign, regardless of its location in the country, or if you're registered or advertising such room or property with any booking engine or marketing platform such as Airbnb, by law, you must register with the BTB. If you fail to do so, you commit an offense punishable by fine or imprisonment. For further information or assistance, please contact the BTB at licensing@belizetourismboard.org or telephone 227-2420. You can follow us on Facebook too.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show, RC. It's 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock.
Las 7:50 minutos. 10 minutos para puntualizar las 8 de la mañana. And while I'm sitting here, we're talking about the coronavirus. On behalf of us, I just want to wish Emmanuel, who usually sits here, our prayers and hope that you get well. We know how much you love being here, and I know at this time you're so good at sharing news and information to people, and you have your style, and we want you to know, my brother, that we have you in our prayers, and we receive texts from as far as Sokotskayo, and then where is our friend? And so we know that you are going through medical treatment, and we want to wish you a speedy recovery, and want you to know that our prayers are with you. Okay?
Ya queremos saludar a la gente COCOM de San José Socots, también RC. Está preguntando qué pasó con el otro amigo Emmanuel, entonces tal vez lo puede explicar.
No, Socots ellos hablan en inglés, español, maya, capine todo, ¿no? Pero de todos modos, felicitaciones a todos, y como mencioné anteriormente, queremos decirle al amigo Manuel Martínez, que normalmente se sienta aquí a donde yo estoy, que bueno, estamos orando por él, deseamos que mejore, recupere su salud, está recibiendo tratamiento de diálisis, y sabemos que esos son casos muy, muy serios, y ofrecemos nuestras oraciones para su mejoramiento, y agradecemos a la familia COCOM allá en Socots haciendo la pregunta, y bueno, también les pido que en su oración oremos por él, y también oremos por nuestra patria con este virus que está en el mundo, COVID-19. Así que gracias por sus saludos y que Dios les bendiga. Buen día.
RC, somebody is asking about the numbers that you shared last week for information on what to do if you feel like you have these symptoms. Where do I go? Who do I call? What's my move?
Okay, if you don't mind, I can put on my little eyes here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see, go back here. Say symptoms, I had it here a little while ago, but nevertheless, there are numbers that the Ministry of Health circulated for where you can get or you can call to get any questions and information. Right now, here we go.
And those are numbers for the entire country, right?
These are numbers for the entire country. No. If you have a history or you want to ask any questions, what to do if you have symptoms or you believe you got bad cough or cold, okay, let me, signs of the symptoms will be fever, cough, short of breathness, difficulty breathing, calentura, una tos, no puede respirar bien, está muy corto y también cuando está respirando se le hace difícil, ¿no? Esta enfermedad también se puede mirar como cuando uno tiene neumonía, pero uno le va a dar más calentura y le va a dar mayor tos y dolor en el estómago. Bueno, aquí tenemos, si usted quiere hacer una pregunta al Ministerio de Salud, al grupo que está atendiendo, puede llamar al teléfono 0800 MOH CARE 0800 MOH CARE. Otherwise, in Corozal, you call in Corozal 625-6667 or 660-1115. En Corozal puede llamar el número 625-6667 o el número 660-1115. Aquí en Orange, si necesita mayor información o puede indicar que no se siente muy bien, puede llamar 614-8091, 677-2839. Here in Orange Walk, if you need more information, you can call 614-8091 or 677-2839. In Belize City, you can call the following numbers: 615-7973 or at the office 223-2722. En la ciudad de Belice puede llamar el número 615-7973 o en la oficina el número 223-2722. In Belmopan, you call the following numbers: 634-2870 or 600-2544. En la ciudad de Belmopan puede llamar los teléfonos 634-2870 o 600-2544. In San Ignacio, you call 600-7506 or 621-6687. En San Ignacio, los números 600-7506 o 621-6687. In Stan Creek, the following numbers: 607-0133 or 634-8648. En Stan Creek, los números 607-0133 o 634-8648. In Independence, that's because you have the Big Creek port there. 624-0839 or 600-8167. In Independence, 624-0839 o 600-8167. In Toledo, the numbers to call: 614-1417 or 624-7619. En Toledo, los números para llamar: 614-1417 o el teléfono 624-7615. Now, these are the numbers that we have received countrywide. Now, what can you do with these? If you look in your Facebook on the ministry page, you can go to the coronavirus COVID Ministry of Health. You will see the map of Belize. When you see the map of Belize, you can save it on your phone so that whenever you need to know, you have it. I have it saved on my WhatsApp. I have it saved in my gallery.
Right.
So that if I need to go, I just go there and then I can look at the numbers and to call. No? So you can do that. Cada quien que tiene su teléfono puede poner esos números en su teléfono. I just dropped it on, like here, gallery. I go like this and I have it.
You got it.
Yes.
RC, very well. I spoke to one of the leading doctors at one of the private medical facility here in Orange Walk, and I was asking him if they had the treatment for the coronavirus, and he said no. Please announce that if person have those symptoms, don't go to the private doctors because they don't have the room and everything set up. Everything has to be done at the Ministry of Health facilities, which are the local hospitals, no? So don't go to a private clinic because they don't have the treatment for it. So, you know, by wasting your time to go there, it's better for you to go to the facilities from the Ministry of Health. Right? So, I don't know if you could expand a little bit in Spanish on that, because that's what people say they don't like go to the hospital, they want to go to the private doctor, but the private clinics do not have the treatment for that.
Yes, well, the treatment, as a matter of fact, you know, it is one that is, the cure is still being worked on. Así de que lo que Chucky estaba mencionando, de que él tuvo una conversación con un médico de una institución privada y le dijeron que ellos no tienen la capacidad en estos momentos para hacer tratamiento a los que son afectados con el coronavirus o COVID-19. Así de que lo que están recomendando es ir en el hospital de gobierno y también si hay alguna pregunta, llamar al Ministerio de Salud para poder conseguir mayor información sobre su caso. Así de que what you were saying, Chucky, what I got if I use that, the private clinics don't have the facility to deal with this because you have to do testing. Sí, hay que tomar pruebas para poder saber si, por ejemplo, está afectado o no, positivo o negativo. And I think that's a double, how to say, I think those private clinics are also taking a precaution of safety, because if you go there and they don't do the testing, that what is required by the Ministry of Health or the World Health Organization, and somebody gets infected and such, you can also put those clinics, private clinics, in jeopardy. But what is being done in other countries, negotiations are being done with private clinics to use as areas for treatment, you know. In other words, if you need to isolate, so you know this clinic is for isolation, and that is where you do treatment. So there are a lot of conversations going around, and again, probably what may be going on is that, you know, private clinics need some funding to be able to do what needs to be done, and they also need to be prepared. So all these things are taken into consideration and being analyzed to be able to put in it, no? What I want to say in relation to that, you know, social media is a good tool, and it can be not a good tool. A good tool when you need to know where to get your information. The government has indicated that the Ministry of Health is the official body to give you information and to give you the results. And direction they get from the World Health Organization, or in the region of Americas from the Pan American Health Organization, Organización Panamericana de la Salud. So we need to be careful not to be too opinionated. Oh, in another country they do this. Oh, those countries have laboratories. Those countries have scientists to do that, and we depend on them to assist countries like us to be able to treat cases whenever they are identified. And we pray that they're not identified. You know, we got to pray, you know, and have faith and be strong and don't think weak. There are two ways that a psychologist will tell you to do. You can either get frightened because it's a fearful thing. We all fear death.
Yeah.
It's a fearful thing, and you should fear it. But while fearing it, look at the things that we can do. Wash up, wash your hand, wash everything. Even your glasses, you wash. You know, I set it here. It could be contaminated and things and such. Yeah. And remember, another thing is that some people say, "Oh, if I get contaminated with the virus, I want to be with a bucket of alcohol and all things." The infection is not outside; it's inside. All right, and so you need to take care of the inside. And where do you start taking care of the inside? From the mouth and the nose. So that is why, you know, I don't know where you can get masks right now, but you should get a mask or two.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. Maybe we will look into it and see what is the latest with the task force development. I'm pretty sure that today is Monday, that they will be meeting and coming up with new directions. So we need to be attentive to what direction and information will be given to the nation.
Yeah, but like when you spoke about social media, RC1, the Ministry of Health did a release over the weekend, and there is no confirmed case of the COVID-19 in Belize as yet. That's according to a release from the Ministry of Health, and that's an official release.
Yes, and again, you know, it's again just like our borders are so big and whatnot. So the advice is there that although we believe in humanitarian activities, you know, once there has been a ban on certain people to close and protect your borders because they have been infected, like Europe, we ask people to have a conscience and to let people know that if they are coming across the border, that, you know, get clearance over here, get treatment over there, and let us see how best we can manage certain cases.
Yep. Yeah. Well, like you say, RC, precaution, you take care of yourself. Ask your brother, your sister, your mom, papa, take care of yourself. Ask your neighbor to take care of yourself. Make we go for a collaborative interest together and join up together and make sure we stay safe, because if you don't have it, you don't have it. But when you catch it, then it's something different.
And another thing, and I want to make it clear that we're talking about ways to protect ourselves. For example, I'm drinking some water, but this is not cold water. It's a warm water I'm drinking, because the virus, according to what has been issued by WHO, heat, extreme temperatures and such, it doesn't last long, it don't live. So avoid drinking cold water. Simple thing, avoid drinking cold water. While you warm water, that's what you sip.
Yep.
What does it do? Clear your throat. Okay, it's warm.
Keep you warm.
It keeps you warm. And Anatola is good for your stomach. Soft drinks and such. Avoid drinking them cold. You know, some people say, I like it cold because I always drink it cold. But we never always have coronavirus.
Yeah.
We never always have COVID.
True.
And so nobody's saying you can't have your soft drink or something, but try have it al tiempo.
Yeah.
All right? And take care of yourself.
Folks, it's 7 minutes after 8 o'clock, and we are right here on the Sugar City Morning Show, RC1 and Robert Chekosha. We will take a break, and we'll be right back right here after these messages on Nortevision Channel 10.
Cuatro válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una. Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el balancín. Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche France.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
And we also asked Fonseca about a recording secretly made of former party leader John Briceño when he was putting Fonseca on serious blast. So we asked Fonseca about it today.
John Briceño, he has gone mad. We really have to sit back and reflect on what he's saying. Launching this tirade, this attack is absolutely disgraceful and difficult to understand. But the truth is, in any other country, with a few exceptions, had them made such outlandish statements, this man would be forced to resign, to demit office immediately.
"2019 was a milestone year for overnight tourist arrivals in Belize. There were over 500,000 overnight tourist arrivals, a new record for Belize. Over the past decade, Belize's overnight tourism sector has grown by more than 100%, increasing from 241,000 in 2010 to just over 503,000 in 2019. The National Sustainable Tourism Master Plan set a goal to achieve 556,000 overnight stays by 2030. With 10 years to go, we've already achieved 90% of this goal. This success can be attributed to aggressive marketing initiatives, new international flights, and working closely with local and international agencies and partners. The BTB thanks our tourism stakeholders for your role in this remarkable achievement. Together, we will continue to grow Belize's image as the best destination in the region.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. What you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
Sure, all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Look at the people leading the PUP anti-corruption charade. The $3 million man, who the US Ambassador Dieter wrote to Washington about credible reports that he accepted a $3 million bribe for an oil contract which he used to purchase his cable company. The malignant tumor, who diverted tens of millions of dollars sent from Venezuela for medicine and housing for the poor to settle his friend's private UHS debt. Mr. 666, who while he was Minister of Education, over $666,000 meant for scholarships to poor students was diverted to friends and cronies. Even a 4-year-old got thousands of dollars under this scam. Baby Toomer, who is the principal in the company that received $3.5 million for a piece of land close to the Philip Golson Airport. Belize, these are the leaders of your new PUP.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
The sunny days are here, and whether it's for a picnic or in your kitchen, you need the meat. Gillette's Meat Chop proudly offers a variety of juicy cuts such as processed meats, ham, bacon, salami, longaniza, and sugar cure ham, just to mention a few. Enjoy our meats in beef, pork, and mutton. So for that healthy cut your family enjoys, visit us at number 18 San Antonio Road in Orange Walk from Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. and 1:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 12:30 and 3 to 5 p.m. Sundays, 8 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Place your orders at 322-3486 or 322-2175 or even 610-4061. Send us an email at derekgillett31@gmail.com. Gillette's Meat Chop, fresh and processed meats.
Ay, qué rico.
City Morning Show. Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. It's 16 minutes. Make that 17. It has jumped to 17 minutes. RC 17 minutes after 8 o'clock.
Así es, son las 8:17 minutos.
Yeah, good morning, my brother.
Good morning, good morning, good
morning,
morning, good morning.
Good morning, boy.
Yes, man, I know.
Yeah.
You know.
But you're here. It's glad to see you, my brother.
What are you doing, my brother?
Who do you think you are?
Boy, well, I just want to say thanks and praise, man, that, you know, for see another day, right? With this virus here where they condone right now, we have to do some serious consideration. We have to adjust ourselves. There's a lot of things we need for adjust up and so forth. But
you excuse me, you always talk about your ghetto youths and the people living in the ghetto. We know that people living in some kind of condition that they can't afford some of the things what the ministry they say for getting hand sanitizer and different things for keep clean and things like that. Talk to them in your language for them to understand what we need to do.
Well, basically, like I say, the thing that wash your hand properly with soap. If you not got soap, you use at least soap powder, etc. And your alcohol, you could use lime and hotter the water is, it's better. The hotter the water is, it's better. In terms of when you go use the bathroom and thing too as well, you don't wash your hand. You not take the hand and turn off the pipe. If you have to take one the napkin right there and cut off. Basically keep your environment clean. Got your liquor rocks and thing, keep the bathroom clean. Your kids, any of your baby got any cold where they go to school, catch one leaf flu, you keep on at home. No, you practice the hygiene stuff the proper way. When I mean the proper way, you know, you got people where they use the doorknob there and so they turn doors and thing there, right there, it could catch you. And money again, that one thing again, right? So, you know, kids, they have a tendency, they like put money in their mouth and anything and so forth. So, make we be careful, make we try take care of ourselves, no? I know so people kind of stubborn and so in terms of they want to go cross, so they want to go there and come back here. I advise them, please, make we stay put, make we take care of ourselves, take care of our kids, you know. Everything start from we. Everything start from yourself. The government could do the rest, but it start from us. The Ministry of Health, they don't send out release with the talk to their merchants where they out there. Where you hear sudden one, then look for raise up price double on the hand sanitation thing there and the pine oil and the Clorox and some man on slow down breads. Slow down man. Because they bring out to a law about it. The next thing again, Chicky, I want to say, man, at the talk to me ghetto youths there. We don't have one serious thing for our shoulder right now. And in terms of that, man, slow down from the firing, cease firing. Cease the shoot up there gun and they shot this one and shot that one. Cease, man, because we don't got something where we didn't know who all or whatsoever. So make we protect our country, make we protect ourselves, you know. And then they are the best guideline. You know, stock up your legal groceries and thing in your house, because you could never tell. In New York, they just close down the bars, the schools, and so forth. I think then they announce it in Chicago too, they and do the same. You know, so all why they say, man, make we take care of ourselves. Make we take care of ourselves.
Only you could do it.
You know, I don't know about I think that any kind of function where they want got big gathering in terms of like the basketball thing, I don't hear them they cancel up. I don't know about the concert and so forth, but I feel like they will be cancelled. So the main thing, ladies, gentlemen, kids, my brother, my little sister out there, take care of yourself. You don't know, maybe your picnic and leave flu, but just because maybe you want to go here, Carol and then Galley, you still send the picnic to school. No, make it go to school, man. Okay? So, then the main thing, take care of yourself, right? And watch all of the spending on leave finance. Not just say, jump up want to go play bingo and want to go buy pizza and different things. Start to stack up your place for leaf flour, leaf rice, and etc.
Yeah, because we don't know where they head away. We don't know where they come.
Yes.
You see, prevention is better than cure.
That's right.
And like you said, you know, we love our kids and such, and whenever they have, you know, this one is symptom, but you run the nose and so, don't send them out. Keep them at home, and such. Because right now we have to be much more attentive than ever before, because this pandemic virus, serious, deadly, and we need to start taking care of ourselves. And I like what you mentioned, you know, about cleaning the lead doorknob and whatnot. So even your faucets, if you clean your faucets and sanitize it, then you could use it and wash your hand.
Yeah, but you know what happened to guys that I say about this place here, so they have a lot of place where they sell food and so, and most of them place not gonna leave basin there where people wash their hand, and even the people where they make them food. I say that's a place where some people go, as they serve and leave food, They wash their hand. As they do something, they wash their hand. But Easy Glen, we know they see that some lot of them place out here, they don't go want to basin, they want to wash rag, want to soap, want to Dettol soap or something, man.
That's true. Well, like I said, brother Chicky, man, they have to start to practice the right thing, no? Because I tell you, I know it will be one real chaos in terms, Belize small. Yeah. They're not a lot away. You understand
one case confirming that Belize.
Yeah, we have to really got depend with keys and tees, have to depend with toes. So the basic thing, keep yourself healthy, and I want to say this because I know that so people don't feel the effect in terms of like the cruise ship and so forth with some of them people who work with the tourists now out there.
Yeah, the guys.
So some of them ladies and they kind of live off of that. So I appeal to anybody that you see any of them bedrooms or sisters where you don't know that they used to work, that the tourist place and brown sugar and any place there. Man, and you could help them out. Give them one little help. Give them one little help. This that don't know UEP thing, this that don't know PUP thing.
And it's beyond our control.
This they above that. Right? This is no UDP thing, no PUP thing. Same thing I tell the youths now in the street. They don't know crip, they don't know blood sting. This is no crip and blood sting. This thing yeah, they're real. They're not fake. They're real. You understand me? You catch one thing like that, man, and you lean up. I like you to come down.
Like somebody asked me, say, one thing Barrow I don't know. I mean, what Mr. Barrow and Mr. Barrow is doing the right thing, like RC say he's in consultation with the Ministry of Health, the Health Department, all the
trade union, Chamber of Commerce, and because it's not a political thing, the leader of the opposition co-chair with the Prime Minister.
Yes,
co-chair, they sit down together and share ideas and put ideas and strategies with the Department of Health and Personnel, how to best deal with the issues, you know, so that when they go, it's one Belizean message.
Yeah.
So it's not this side or that side, and I think we don't need to be playing doctor. Somehow we want to play doctor.
Yeah.
Somehow we want to play healthcare. So we need to be attentive to all the directions that are coming, so that in the event. Why do I say that, Chucky? And Easy Glen, if the event I have to go treat you, there's only a protocol of treatment that is given.
Yeah.
You understand? So we must wait and see. But I like what you're saying. You reach out to the brothers on the streets and the young people to realize that this thing much more serious and colors and whatnot. And we need to exercise extreme caution on how we keep ourselves.
And also, like I said,
you know, also to RC, since you're there on that subject, we would like to tell persons out there, not listen to something where you say come out by social media and say Ministry of Health said this. Wait until you hear the official report, because once the ministry is saying something, that because they will make an official release, right, RC?
Yes, because they need to get the facts correct and the conditions, why this happened, what took place and such, so you get the official report.
Yeah.
And don't come to your own conclusion. You know, all about conclusion. We need to work together and really help one another and share with one another as much as we can. And
maybe
the basics is wash your hand. You know,
like I said,
and the only way we know if there's a confirmed case, it has to come from the Ministry
of Health.
Right?
That's right. Because like I said,
they have one brother who posted up something last week.
Fake news and so. But just for example, Easy Glen may catch one leak cold or one leak flus. Maybe they see I come that they do wrap up in the sheet there.
Yeah, so why is it Glen got that?
Boy, they take picture of me, boy, watch out, they wrap right up there, got time right now, boy, that man. So we have to be careful and what we deal with in terms of let out fake messages and false news, no?
Yes,
but the main thing right now, like I say, the less you could travel, the less you could be in any area with crowd, mass gathering. Mass gathering mean a lot of people, like you go to a concert or you go to some wedding and thing, a lot of people there, and so we have to be careful, right? Next thing, keep your bathroom clean, keep the sink and everything they clean. Make sure no hand always the watch to time, right? Like I say, practice it, man. Make we start to take care of ourselves, right? Not to depend on the government, not to depend on the prime minister, not to depend on the church, not to depend on Red Cross, not to depend on Salvation Army. You start for yourself, right? And I say to even some of the bosses there will know that they have workers and so we don't get effective on this thing like I said, tourist village and so the ladies they do the lead here, they man they carry the lead tour and so I know for a fact that it will be like one pitch in terms they don't want to have the lead finance to maintain themselves. Anytime people get up early in the morning and so on, they go to their place they live off of it. That's something when they live off of. So boss man and then one day we know that some of the workers don't falter. Help out their workers, give them at least something so they could stock their eating and buy their hand sanitizer and so forth, okay?
Yes, talking about hand sanitizer, somebody's asking where can we get hand sanitizer because it's scarce in Orange Walk. I went to see a friend in Corozal on Saturday, and at one of the pharmacy in Corozal they have a good amount, so I can attest to that they have in Corozal. That was on Saturday. I'm not sure if it's still available, but you see, RC, like how we mentioned earlier about that doctor that I told you from a private institution, so it cannot come out from any other place if we have a confirmed case, because last week some of them tell me they have 6 persons in the Northern Regional Hospital. Then one man post one thing there and said they got that healthcare or KHMH that they got case confirmed, and nothing go like that, man. And a precaution was sent out.
You wait till you get your official report.
Yes, man.
Yeah, once you don't come from
you can't get too scared because you see an ambulance. You know, ambulance going, forget somebody sick, one accident, or somebody who ill with something else that need immediate attention, and the ambulance, while it's an indication that there's something serious, don't get carried away that because the ambulance is there, that you have a confirmed case. It may be one of these days. We don't know. I pray to God it doesn't happen, but we need to get the confirmed report from the Ministry of Health.
As a former Minister of Health, when these things happen, if anything is confirmed, then it's immediately sent to the ministry, and the ministry evaluate it, and then they do their release?
Yes, because you see, you cannot, in a situation like this, you have to wait till it's officially confirmed by the Ministry of Health personnel, the specialists who deal with it, before you issue information, because the information that you issue, once it's issued, it must be correct information. It must not be, well, allegations or I think so, because you will be able to say, this department checked it, here it is, and then you get the result. Yes.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show. Muy buenos días.
Yes, good morning. I just a call to tell you the guest for Havana. I don't think it talk. You might have phone for position more front to her because the talk, but I don't really hear.
All right, thank you very much, sir. We have fixed that right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So so that's it, RC. That has to be, and when the ministry does an release, it's something accurate, right?
Yes, definitely. It makes an official release so that we all know that it's officially confirmed. Somebody says, oh, somebody leak it to me. But just like when you have a question, you ask me. If I don't have the facts, I can say, I will tell you, Checky, I heard.
Yeah.
You understand, Easy Glenn? I heard. I saw it on FB, or somebody WhatsApp it to me. But when I get the official report from the Ministry of Health, I can rest assured that whatever measures need to be taken, then I will start with my responsibility first.
Yeah, so I believe we should get more report from the Ministry of Health sometime this week. But go ahead, Easy Glenn.
Yes, man.
The caller say you never.
I can repeat exactly what I mean. Say I just saying to me ghetto youths there, my sister, my brothers, my peoples, them. Man, we have one serious thing on our shoulder. Make we rest the violence. Make we cease the violence. You understand me? Because, man, it's serious. So, in terms, ease off on the violence and so. Then, in terms, for the lead people there, like, you know, we always heal up easy and so. And even some of the one there where you know, which is unfortunate that, you know, miss Patty live right over there. No, she not do good for time, one elderly lady. Help out people. All them merchants and so forth where they sell the pineapple, hand sanitizer and everything there. No raise no price for anything there, man. Not trans people, so. Right? Not do that, man. Not do that thing there. Then it start from we self. It start from we. Wash your hand. Clean up your place. Make sure no dirt or thing. And if your kid have any kind of these symptoms of flu, not because you want to go heal Miss Patty and go play pity patty, still send the picnic at school. No send her to school, man. Okay? And the next thing, like I say, I am appealing to some of those bosses of these areas where the tourists and so forth they come in. You don't know that they ban the ship there and so forth, the boat and so with the tourists. We have people who live off of tourism. We plant here, carry tourists here and there. You know that slow down. The man can't get one income to come in, the sister can't get no income to come in. So the boss man there, I appeal to, no, see they get really serious and then people, you know, they work and they know they collect quality salary and so. Give them one assistant. Look out for them, man. Okay? Look out for them. And I am saying to even some of the people that will like skate through the backyard so and go through the other side there, so slow down for the cross their place. Slow down. Right? Because eventually you'll catch it and so you and say, hey man, boy, I should have listened to Easy Glenn, but just say where I want to go, bring that just I gonna catch on right over there. So make we slow down and take care of ourselves. It start from we. Okay, start from ourselves, brethren and sisters. So that am I 1-2 for this morning. And like I say, go right back again. Slow down the violence. Slow down this thing. This thing is not PUP or UDP, you know. This thing is not Crips and no Bloods, you know. You understand me? This thing got no color.
You know this
no face. No kind of face. Right? Yeah, and it start from we all fake rumors. You see Easy Glenn come out, hey, I catch a little touch of flu, I come out, wrap up by your cocoa, hear me, or hurry take picture of me, and I watch it. Why the man they go? I the pop out, I hate him gone. And we have to make we be careful. Okay?
RC, well, it's time for us to close for this morning, RC.
Well, you know, this health virus, this coronavirus and the COVID-19 is a discussion that is ongoing globally, all over the world. And at this time, the World Health Organization is meeting again to have another review and statement and whatnot. So I will be looking at that during the course of the day so that if God spare life and if we get invited tomorrow, well, we can share with you, understand, Easy Glenn?
Mm-hmm.
But because we need to be updated, whether there is a cure for it or there is other information that we could share. Of course, you know, we also want to get information from the Ministry of Health. They'll be meeting today to go overview, to add other people who are concerned, because the Prime Minister said that other people concerned will be added to the task force to be able to ensure as best as possible that we maintain a level of safety in our country. And so we just need to exercise caution, and we need to be alert. And again, we stick to the basics. Wash your hands, keep your surroundings clean, as you mentioned, Easy Glenn. You know, wipe your knobs and whatnot, spray whatnot, and let us do our part, and others who are to help us do their part, and together we can continue to
and
maintain.
Money again,
Right.
you see any kid, they play Monica kids, they like play the money and
Yes,
put money.
thank you.
Put money in their mouth. So all these things here we have to take measures of these things. Then one person looked at me this morning and say, Easy Glenn, you think money could save your life? Well, me can tell you something, brethren. Money could save your life, because if you get sick and you don't got the money for buy the medication breads, and you can't handle yourself or take care of yourself, brother, you're in a problem, right? So money that will make sure that you got your necessity and you could take care of yourself. You need money for for buy your necessities and etc. Right? So I just have to hit you up on a note there, and that's why I appeal to any boss man who control a sugar boat and the tourist thing and so forth, and you know they think they want to slow down. That for sure. You don't need blind eye James if you tell you that. So help out the people where you know that they need to take care of themselves as well, right?
Okay, we read this text before we go. Chief, this is a biological war between China and another communist nation, but they trigger it off too early. All of a sudden, Cuba find the cure for the coronavirus. Folks, we'd like to thank you all who tune in. RC1, Robert Checker Usher, Easy Glenn, if the good Lord so will be back right here tomorrow. Stay tuned to North Television Channel 10. As soon as we get those released, we will be sharing them to you all. Also, Sugar City Radio Station and Universal Radio. Stay tuned, because if we have to link up together and make things happen, we reach everybody, then we will certainly do so, right, RC?
Certainly do so, yes.
So on that note, thank you, Raheem. Folks, we got the Channel 7 news coming up at 6:30 right here on North Television Channel 10. This show repeats at 9 o'clock tonight. Keep it locked in. Raheem, thanks. If the good Lord so will, we'll be back with you tomorrow.
City Morning Show.
Would you support a thorough audit of the 21st century ambulance department? 2008 right up to 2016. Audit from 2000 to 2016.
acres in Tiger Creek, 3,000 acres, 0.961 hectares, Jaime Briseño, John Briseño, 827.84 square yards to John Briseño, 5.4 acres to John Briseño and Jaime Briseño, 20 acres in Progreso to John Briseño, to John Briseño again, 6 acres in Progreso, the all of Progreso Gawi, 20 acres freehold to John Briseño, and to the river, to Eligio Briseño, Eudaldo Briseño, and Graciano Briseño, 525 acres of land.